The kettle clicked before the sky knew what to say. I stood there in my socks, letting silence find its shape. Yesterday had corners I kept bumping into, but this morning left the window open just enough. A little more light today, not a flood, not a golden parade, just a warmer line across the floor than the one I woke up looking for. A little more light today in the ordinary, soft and strange, nothing grand had to rearrange. Still something quietly changed. The street was rinsed with last night's rain, small silver pieces in the cracks along the lane. A sparrow landed like a thought I didn't chase, and I smiled before I knew I had a reason on my face. A little more light today, not a flood, not a golden parade, just a warmer line across the floor than the one I woke up looking for. A little more light today in the ordinary, soft and strange, nothing grand had to rearrange. Still something quietly changed. I didn't fix the heavy things, I didn't suddenly grow wings, but I answered one small message and I folded what was clean. I let the mirror be a mirror, not a judge behind the glass, and I walked a little slower, let the morning let me pass. There was music from a passing car, too far away to name, but it loosened up the tired knot I carried from yesterday. And for once I didn't measure every step against the past, I just noticed how the sunlight reached the table and stayed there. A little more light today, not a flood, not a golden parade, just a warmer line across the floor than the one I woke up looking for. A little more light today in the ordinary, soft and strange, nothing grand had to rearrange. Still something quietly changed. Maybe hope is not a sunrise, maybe it's the second glance at a cup beside the window, at your own two willing hands. Maybe better doesn't thunder, maybe it arrives this way, a thin bright thread through the curtain saying, here, take one more day. A little more light today, not a flood, not a golden parade, just a warmer line across the floor than the one I woke up looking for. A little more light today in the ordinary, soft and strange, nothing grand had to rearrange. Still something quietly changed. Yesterday is still behind me, but it doesn't fill the room. There's a softer kind of color where the gray was coming through, and I don't need to call it perfect, I don't need a brighter name, just a little more light today, and I'll carry it the same. Chasing signs in the morning air, just tying my shoes at the foot of the stairs. The day had no promise written on its sleeve, only a quiet street and a reason to leave. I passed the corner store with a sleepy blue door, saw sunlight spill like coins on the floor. An old man laughed at a newspaper line, and somehow his joy brushed against mine. Something good found me before I knew what to ask. It came without knocking, no ribbon, no task, just a small bright mercy in the middle of plain, like a warm hand reaching through yesterday's rain. I didn't earn the bird on the telephone wire, or the smell of bread from the basement fire. I didn't plan mercy in the middle of plain, like a warm hand reaching through yesterday's rain. Maybe I don't have to search so hard for a silver edge or a falling star. Maybe the morning knows my name, even when I feel too tired to say it. Maybe the door can open slow. Maybe the kind thing already knows where I have been, what I couldn't hold, and how to find me on its own. Something good found me by the vending machine light, in a stranger's soft excuse me, on a crowded ride, in the coffee that tasted better than expected, in the message I opened just when I needed it. Something good found me before I knew what to ask. It came without knocking, no ribbon, no task, just a small bright mercy in the middle of plain, like a warm hand reaching through yesterday's rain. I walk back under a sky half clear, with no big answer but enough to keep near. The day didn't sparkle from end to end, still it placed one small lantern around the bend. So I'll leave a little room in my hands tonight for the unplanned, gentle, the ordinary bride. I won't go hunting every doorway. Something good may already be on its way. I stepped out expecting a low gray sky, with my shoulders dressed for rain. But the street had little pieces of sun caught in the window panes. The morning didn't make a speech, it didn't try to prove me wrong. It just warmed the edge of my coffee cup and let the quiet hum along. There was more light than I thought, not loud enough to stop the day, just bright enough to show me I was not as lost as yesterday. There was more light than I thought, in the places I forgot to see, on the table, in the passing clouds, in the kindness left for me. Half smile from someone sweeping leaves in the yellow line of sunlight on the cuff of my sleeve. I found it in the small shop bell that rang like a gentle yes, in the way my tired reflection looked less like a stranger's face. There was more light than I thought, not loud enough to stop the day, just bright enough to show me I was not as lost as yesterday. There was more places I forgot to see, on the table, in the passing clouds, in the kindness left for me. I had been counting shadows like they were the only truth, letting one hot afternoon paint every room in blue. But even under heavy clouds, the corners still held gold. And even when I moved too fast, the good was moving slow. A message came with no big words, just thinking of you today. I read it twice beside the sink, and something in me gave way. The bread was warm, the train was late, the sky was split in two. But somewhere in the waiting, a softer color came through. There was more light than I thought, not loud enough to stop the day, just bright enough to show me I was not as lost as yesterday. There was more light than I thought, in the places I forgot to see, on the table, in the passing clouds, in the kindness left for me. Maybe bright Success isn't always a sunrise at the door. Maybe sometimes it's a thread of gold across the kitchen floor. Maybe hope is not a ladder. Maybe it's a small clear space where the day looks back and whispers, you are still allowed to stay. There was more light than I thought, more than my tired eyes could hold. It was hiding in the ordinary, not asking to be told. There was more light than I thought, and I carried some with me. Not enough to change the whole wide world, but enough to change the street. So tonight I'll leave the curtains not fully closed, not wide, just enough for morning to find its way inside. I was wrong about the darkness, it was never all I had. There was more light than I thought, and more good than I planned.
Didn't wake up new, no trumpet in the air, just the same old ceiling and yesterday's chair. But I made the bed halfway, then I made it whole. Put water in the coffee, put a name to what I hold. A little better than before, not a mountain, not a cure, just one more step that stayed where I placed it on the floor. A little better than before, like a door not fully closed, like my hands remembering what my heart already knows. The sink had fewer dishes than the night I left behind. I paid one bill before noon and didn't call it a sign. I took the stairs down slowly, let the railing meet my palm. There was dust in the sunlight and a strange forgiving calm. A little better than before, not a mountain, not a cure, just one more step that stayed where I placed it on the floor. A little better than before, like a door not fully closed, like my hands remembering what my heart already knows. I used to count my failures by the noise they made. Now I count the quiet things that didn't slip away. A message I answered, a road I didn't quit, a softer word I chose when anger asked for it. No one clapped at the corner, no sky open wide, but I crossed the same old street with a little more light inside it. Maybe progress has no spotlight, maybe it leans against the wall, wearing yesterday's sweater, saying you moved after all. A little better than before, not a mountain, not a cure, just one more step that stayed where I placed it on the floor. A little better than before, like a door not fully closed, like my hands remembering what my heart already knows. I'm not rushing to become some brighter, perfect man. I'm learning how to carry what I couldn't understand. A little less defeated, a little more awake, a little less afraid of the time good things can take. So I'll leave my shoes by the doorway, ready for the morning light. Not because I've figured out how to make everything right, but the line is moving forward even when it's hard to see. A little better than before is enough for today's version of me.
Missed it in the doorway, with my back caught on my sleeve. The morning had no silver warning, no bright card tucked for me. but the bakery on the corner had a line out in the rain, and someone laughed so warmly that the sidewalk changed its name. Something good happened today, not the kind the whole world sees, just a little bell inside the hours ringing quietly for me. Something good happened today, and I'm letting it be true. No need to make it bigger than the simple thing it grew into. I found a seat beside the window on a train that's never kind. Watch the city fold its buildings into strips of moving light. A child waved at a passing dog, like they had both agreed that happiness can be that small and still be what we need. Something good happened today, not the kind the whole world sees, just a little bell inside the hours ringing quietly for me. Something good happened today, and I'm letting it be true. No need to make it bigger than the simple thing it grew into. I used to save my good news for something loud and rare. A door swung wide, a perfect sky, a miracle in the air. But today it wore a quiet coat and came through ordinary streets, a warm cup in both hands, a song beneath my feet. Someone said my name gently, like it wasn't hard to say, and all the weight I carried moved an inch out of the way. I bought peaches from a small shop, though I only needed bread, and the woman at the counter gave me one soft smile instead. Something good happened today, not the kind the whole world sees, just a little bell inside the hours ringing quietly for me. Something good happened today, and I'm letting it be true. No need to make it bigger than the simple thing it grew into. Maybe joy is not a headline, maybe it's a folded note left inside the pocket of an old familiar coat. Maybe better comes in pieces, too light to make a sound, till you hold them all together and feel your heart come round. Something good happened today, I won't explain it away, I won't turn it into almost or compare it into gray. Something good happened today, small enough to carry home, bright enough to keep beside me when the evening comes alone. So I'll place it on the table with the keys and fading sun. Let it stay there without asking what else should have been done. The day was not a storybook, no golden curtain fell, but something good happened today, and I noticed it as well. The room was still blue at the edges when the kettle began to sing. Not loud enough to wake the whole house, just enough to loosen the morning. I left my phone face down on the table, let the window gather pale gold. The day didn't rush through the doorway, and waited till I was ready to hold. The day opened up gently, like a hand uncurling slow, like the first warm line of sunlight, finding places I forgot to know. The day opened up gently, no thunder, no bright command, just a quiet kind of welcome I could almost understand. There were shadows under the chairs, and dust floating soft in the air. My sweater smelled faintly of rain from the walk I took nowhere. I buttered toast without thinking, watched the steam rise thin and white. A small spoon tapped the counter, like a clock being kind with time. The day opened up gently, like a hand uncurling slow, like the first warm line of sunlight, finding places I forgot to know. The day opened up gently, no thunder, no bright command, just a quiet kind of welcome I could almost understand. I didn't need to name the feeling before it sat beside me. I didn't need a perfect reason for the air to feel less heavy. Maybe peace begins this softly in a cup I didn't spill, in the breath between two worries where the room remembers still. Outside the street was waking, one small sound at a time. A bicycle chain, a distant door, a bird on the power line. Someone pulled their curtains open across the narrow way, and the light crossed over slowly, like it knew my name today. The day opened up gently, like a hand uncurling slow, like the first warm line of sunlight, finding places I forgot to know. The day opened up gently, no thunder, no bright command, just a quiet kind of welcome I could almost understand. I won't ask the morning to become more than it is. There's enough in the slow beginning, enough in the softness of this. The day opened up gently, and I followed without a plan, with both feet on the kitchen floor and warmth inside my hands. So let the hours come lightly, let them arrive one by one. I have time to meet the morning before it turns into the sun. When it entered, that small unguarded breath somewhere between the kettle and the shirt across the chair. The room was still the same room, the clock still kept its pace, but the worry on my shoulders loosened half an inch of space. A little ease came back, not enough to call it clear, just a softer way of sitting with the day already here. A little ease came back, like a window barely raised, and the air I'd been missing found me in a quiet way. I washed one cup, then two, let the water warm my hands. Didn't solve the whole week, didn't need to understand. The sunlight crossed the counter with no hurry in its bones, and for once I let the silence feel like comfort, not alone. A little ease came back, not enough to call it clear, just a softer way of sitting with the day already here. A little ease came back, like a window barely raised, and the air I'd been missing found me in a quiet way. I had been holding every question like a bag against my chest, carrying tomorrow's weather through a morning not built yet. But today it slipped a little, that tight and tangled thread. When I laughed at something simple, I forgot to feel afraid. No grand relief arrived, no shining answer came, just the sound of my own footsteps, learning not to race. A message waited kindly, I replied without a script, and the knot I thought was permanent loosened in my ribs. A little pace doesn't hurry. Maybe it returns by degrees. In a coat laid on the sofa, in a cup of cooling tea. Maybe peace is not a doorway swinging open all at once. Maybe it's a quiet handle turning slowly in the dusk. A little ease came back, and I won't ask where it's been. I'll make a little room for it, let it settle back in. The evening held no promise, but it didn't feel so steep. I folded down the day and let my tired thoughts sleep. Nothing vanished, nothing glittered, still the air it turned less hard. A little ease came back today and stayed somewhere near my heart.
I found it near the doorway, in a shoe I didn't trip on, in the quiet little mercy of a bus I barely got on. The morning wasn't golden, it had papers out of place, but a stranger moved his coffee just to give my elbow space. I found a bit of good today, not shining from a hill, just tucked inside the minutes that were easy to miss. Still, I found a bit of good today, in the middle of the usual noise. Not enough to change the season, but enough to change my voice. The rain came without drama, thin lines across the glass. I watched the city soften as the traffic hurried past. There was a song from someone's headphones leaking through the crowded train. Only 3 notes reached me clearly, something strange. I found a bit of good today, not shining from a hill, just tucked inside the minutes that were easy to miss. Still, I found a bit of good today, in the middle of the usual noise. Not enough to change the season, but enough to change my voice. I used to look for proof that the whole day had been kind, like one heart out could cancel every small and gentle sign. But today I kept the pieces, a warm seat by the wall, the clerk who said take care, like he meant those words at all. The sky was undecided, the work was not complete, but I caught a little brightness on the corner of the street. I didn't have to name it, didn't need to make it grand, just let it sit there quietly like loose change in my hand. I found a bit of good today, not shining from a hill, just tucked inside the minutes that were easy to miss. Still, I found a bit of good today, in the middle of the usual noise. Not enough to change the season, but enough to change my voice. Maybe good is not a banner, maybe it's a softer chair, a door that doesn't slam shut, a little room for air. Maybe joy comes underdressed with no reason to explain, a receipt folded in my pocket from a shop I'll visit again. I found a bit of good today, and I'm taking it as true. I won't weigh it down with questions or ask what else it has to prove. The evening didn't sparkle, but it didn't feel so cold. I carried home that little good like a match that learned to hold. So let tomorrow come tomorrow, with its keys and crooked plans. Today gave me a small bright thing, and I kept it in my hands.
The morning came in crooked, with a sock lost under the bed. I burned the edge of breakfast and left too much unsaid. The train doors closed before me like a sentence ending wrong. I stood there with my coffee going cold in my palm. But the day turned a bit better, not all at once, not bright, just a loose thread of kindness pulling gently through the light. The day turned a bit better, like a road I didn't plan, bending past the heavy weather into somewhere I could stand. At noon the clouds broke open, but not in the way I feared. A thin blue line above the buildings made the whole street reappear. Someone saved my drop receipt before it reached the rain, and the tiny act of noticing shifted something in my frame. The day turned a bit better, not all at once, not bright, just a loose thread of kindness pulling gently through the light. The day turned a bit better, like a road I didn't plan, bending past the heavy weather into somewhere I could stand. I had been calling it ruin before it had time to change, letting one bad beginning put the whole sky in a cage. But afternoons have hidden doors, and hours can turn their face. A little warmth can enter through the most ordinary place. There was laughter by the crosswalk from two girls sharing fries. A dog shook rain from its ears like the world deserves a prize. I bought a peach I didn't need from a cart beside the square. The woman slipped in one more like she knew I needed care. The day turned a bit better, not all at once, not bright, just a loose thread of kindness pulling gently through the light. The day turned a bit better, like a road I didn't plan, bending past the heavy weather into somewhere I could stand. Maybe mornings don't decide it, maybe trouble gets no crown, maybe even heavy hours can learn to loosen down. Maybe better is a corner that we only see halfway when we stop declaring endings in the middle of the day. The day turned a bit better, and I let myself believe that a rough start isn't always all the proof I need. By evening nothing sparkled, but the room felt less severe. The lamp made a small circle, and I wanted to be here. So I won't call the whole thing broken for the way it first began. A day can turn a bit better, and today somehow it can. The morning didn't sparkle, it just opened without noise. A pale line on the curtains and the kettle finding voice. I wore the same old sweater with the thread along the sleeve, made toast a little darker than I meant for it to be. Today was a nice day, not a story I would frame, just a soft and steady chapter with no need for a name. Today was a nice day in a quiet, honest way. Nothing had to happen for my heart to wanna stay. The street was full of small things, a bicycle bell, wet leaves, someone humming at the corner with a paper bag of tangerines. I took the longer sidewalk past the bakery painted green. The windows held the daylight like they knew what calm could mean. Today was a nice day, not a story I would frame, just a soft and steady chapter with no need for a name. Today was a nice day in a quiet, honest way. Nothing had to happen for my heart to wanna stay. I didn't chase a sign or wait for something bright. I let the hours sit beside message left unread, but they didn't turn to thunder inside my busy head. The train was almost on time, the sky was almost blue. A stranger held the door and I remembered to say thank you. A little breeze came through the room, moved the curtain like a hand, and I felt no need to hurry toward a better place to stand. Today was a nice day, not a story I would frame, just a soft and steady chapter with no need for a name. Today was a nice day in a quiet, honest way. Nothing had to happen for my heart to want to stay. Maybe peace can look this simple, a cup left warm enough, a walk without a purpose, a silence that feels kind, not tough. Maybe joy is less dramatic than the songs sometimes pretend. Maybe it's the way the evening lets the daylight gently end. Today was a nice day, and I will make it small by asking where the fireworks were, why no miracle call. Today was a nice day with its ordinary grace, like clean sheets on the bed, like sunlight on a familiar face. So I'll fold it into memory without ribbons, without gold. Just a day that treated me gently, just a day I like to hold. I used to wait for certainty to knock the pictures from the wall, for a voice that sounded golden, for a sign too bright to call. But this morning came in quiet with the sleeves of pale blue light, and nothing shouted yes to me, still something settled right. I served a kind of right, no thunder in the room, just a calm place in my chest where the doubt gave me some room. A softer kind of right, like a chair beside the door. Not the answer I was chasing, but enough to trust a little more. I poured milk into my coffee, watched it bloom without a sound, like a small cloud learning gently how to let itself be found. The street outside kept moving, no one stopped to say my name, but the day fit on my shoulders in a kinder, looser way. A softer kind of right, no thunder in the room, just a calm place in my chest where the doubt gave me some room. A softer kind of right, like a chair beside the door. Not the answer I was chasing, but enough to trust a little more. I don't need the whole sky open, I don't need the perfect proof. Maybe peace can enter sideways through an ordinary truth. Maybe some things don't arrive with a drumbeat or a light, they just sit down beside you and feel quietly right. I took the road I always take, past the flowers in the wire, past the shop with faded letters, past the laundromat's warm dryer. Nothing changed enough for postcards, nothing sparkled on command, but I wasn't pushing hard against the life inside my hands. A softer kind of right, no thunder in the room, just a calm place in my chest where the doubt gave me some room. A softer kind of right, like a chair beside the door. Not the answer I was chasing, but enough to trust a little more. Maybe right is not a tower, maybe it's a low warm light in the kitchen after sunset when the room forgets to fight. Maybe good can be this gentle, still be worthy, still be true, like the breath I didn't force, like the step I didn't rush through. A softer kind of right, and I'm learning how it stays, not by winning every question, not by clearing every haze, makes my heart beat a way to keep moving on. So I'll let it be enough now. The small and steady guide, not a blaze across the heavens, just a candle left inside. I don't have to call it perfect, I don't have to hold it tight. Today gave me the comfort of a softer kind of right.
I woke up before the alarm with a tune I couldn't play. Something easy in the ceiling light, something loose around my face. The toast came out just right, the coffee didn't burn. I found my missing blue shirt in the laundry's lazy turn. It was a simple good day, nothing fancy, nothing loud, just a whistle in my pocket and my feet above the ground. It was a simple good day, like the world had turned down low, and every little ordinary thing had somewhere nice to go. I walked past the corner market with the apples stacked in red. Heard a kid count all the pigeons like they owed him rent instead. I caught myself whistling by the light of Maple Street, a small tune with no meaning, but it made the morning sweet. It was a simple good day, nothing fancy, nothing loud, just a whistle in my pocket and my feet above the ground. It was a simple good day, like the world had turned down low, and every little ordinary thing had somewhere nice to go. No big news came calling, no miracle stopped by, just a sandwich wrapped in paper and a clean space in the sky. The breeze knew all the alleys, the sun knew where to land, and the coins inside my jacket kept time against my hand. I whistled down the stairs, like I hadn't lost a care. Someone waved from a window, someone laughed at their own joke, and the day kept getting lighter in its plain and gentle coat. It was a simple good day, nothing fancy, nothing loud, just a whistle in my pocket and my feet above the ground. It was a simple good day, like the world had turned down low, and every little ordinary thing had somewhere nice to go. Maybe joy is just a sidewalk that doesn't ask too much, a door that opens easy, a lunch that tastes enough. Maybe peace can wear sneakers and a faded denim shirt. Maybe good is when the hours don't have to prove their worth. It was a simple good day, and I'll leave it just like that. No golden frame around it, no ribbon on its hat, just the tune I kept on whistling as the evening settled in. A simple good day ending with a quiet little grin.
I didn't need the whole day softened, just one corner I could lean on, a chair pulled near the window, and the morning moving unguarded. I had been holding every hour like it might ask something more, but the kettle sang so plainly I forgot to lock the door. The kind of ease I needed didn't make a grand entrance, it came in through the quiet with no speech and no insistence. The kind of ease I needed was a little room to be, not too bright, not too empty, just enough to carry me. The street outside was ordered trucks and wet stones. Someone shook an umbrella like a small cloud coming home. I took my time with coffee, let the steam touch my face, and the rush I kept rehearsing lost its grip without a trace. The kind of ease I needed didn't make a grand entrance. It came in through the quiet with no speech and no insistence. The kind of ease I needed was a little room to be, not too bright, not too empty, just enough to carry me. I thought relief would look like answers, all the lights turning green, a perfect map unfolding where the trouble used to be. But it was bread still warm in paper, a soft spot on the train, a laugh I didn't force at the corner of a rainy day. It was leaving one thing unfinished and not calling it defeat. It was walking past the mirror with no argument to meet. A message could wait till evening, the floor could keep its dust, and the world did not come running to ask more of me than trust. The kind of ease I needed didn't make a grand entrance. It came in through the quiet with no speech and no insistence. The kind of ease I needed was a little room to be, not too bright, not too empty, just enough to carry me. Maybe calm is not a shoreline far away from where I stand. Maybe it's a lighter handle on the day inside my hand. Maybe simple is a kindness I had made too hard to choose. A slower song, a shorter list, a pair of comfortable shoes. The kind of ease I needed found me halfway through the day, when I stopped trying to earn it and let the smaller things stay. By evening I was no hero, no shining version of myself, just a little less tangled with my worries on the shelf. And that was more than enough for a heart that needed space. The kind of ease I needed had an ordinary face. I didn't need the sky to open or the whole street washed in gold, just a clean cup on the counter and the morning not too cold. I didn't need a perfect answer or a plan that never bends, just a message with one sentence from a name that feels like a friend. I didn't need much to feel good, just a little room to breathe, a quiet chair beside the window and the light touching my sleeve. I didn't need much to feel good, only something small and true, a warm note in the ordinary, a softer shade of blue. The toast was slightly uneven, the radio lost its song, but the kettle kept on humming like nothing had gone wrong. I found a coin in my jacket, bought a peach I didn't need, let the juice run down my fingers like a small sweet victory. I didn't need much to feel good, just a little room to breathe, a quiet chair beside the window and the light touching my sleeve. I didn't need much to feel good, only something small and true, a warm note in the ordinary, a softer shade of blue. I used to think that happiness had to arrive dressed bright, with a speech, a spark, a reason big enough to change my life. But today it came in slippers, with no hurry, with no crown, sat beside me at the table and helped my shoulders down. A bird on the balcony rail, a breeze through the laundry line, my favorite pen still working after leaving it behind. The soup was warm, the clock was kind, the afternoon leaned slow, and I caught myself smiling at a place I didn't know. I didn't need much to feel good, just a little room to breathe, a quiet chair beside the window and the light touching my sleeve. I didn't need much to feel good, only something small and true, a warm note in the ordinary, a softer shade of Maybe joy is not a suitcase packed for somewhere far away. Maybe it's a folded towel still warm from yesterday. Maybe enough is not a limit. Maybe it's a gentle door opening onto one small moment I had walked past before. I didn't need much to feel good, and I'm glad I noticed how the smallest things can find me when I stop asking for loud. So I'll keep this little gladness no bigger than my hand. A cup of breeze, a quiet song, a day I understand. The evening didn't glitter, but it settled where I stood, and I learned again so softly. I didn't need much to feel good. I left the future by the doorway, with its coat still buttoned tight. I let tomorrow keep its questions on the other side of night. The room was only lamplight and a cup between my hands. Nothing grand was happening, but I finally let it stand. I let the moment be enough, not a bridge to somewhere else, not a thing I had to prove or turn into something felt. I let the moment be enough, just the quiet where I sat, with the evening breathing softly and no need to answer back. The clock kept moving forward, but I didn't chase its feet. I watched the curtains barely lift in the window's little breeze. There were messages unanswered, there were dishes by the sink, but they didn't own the silence, they didn't tell me what to think. I let the moment be enough, not a bridge to somewhere else, not a thing I had to prove or turn into something felt. I let the moment be enough, just the quiet where I sat, with the evening breathing softly and no need to answer back. I used to hold the present like a ticket in my hand, always waiting for arrival, always leaving where I am. But tonight had no announcement, no bright and golden sign, only warmth along the table, only time becoming kind. A car passed on the wet road, making silver in the dark. Some neighbor laughed through thin walls like a match that found a spark. I took one breath, then another, let them land without a name, and the room became a harbor, though nothing in it changed. I let the moment be enough, not a bridge to somewhere else, not a thing I had to prove or turn into something felt. I let the moment be enough, just a quiet where I sat, with the evening breathing softly and no need to answer back. Maybe peace is not a finish, maybe it's a softer chair where the heart can stop rehearsing every road that isn't there. Maybe fullness can be simple, not a feast, not a prize, just a lamp beside the window and the calm behind my eyes. I let the moment be enough, and it held me where I was. No fireworks above the ceiling, no perfect kind of love, just the sound of water cooling, just my hands around the cup, just a small life in the evening, and I didn't hurry up. So I'll leave the rest for later, let the night fold in the street. This is not a lesser feeling, this is all I need to keep. For once I stopped reaching for a brighter, farther place. I let the moment be enough, and enough gave me its grace.
I was 2 steps late for the morning train, with my coffee tipping sideways in my hand. I almost called it one more little loss in a day I didn't understand. But the next one came less crowded, with a seat beside the door, and the sun fell through the window like it had been waiting for. Good timing, not a clock that had to shine, just the small things arriving in a kind of line. Good timing, like the day knew where I'd be. Not early, not perfect, but right enough for me. I forgot my umbrella in the hallway, and the clouds looked ready to complain. But a shopkeeper pulled the awning out just as the street turned silver with rain. I stood there with a stranger, laughing at the weather's plan, and the pause I didn't ask for felt like room inside my hand. Good timing, not a clock that had to shine, just the small things arriving in a kind of line. Good timing, like the day knew where I'd be. Not early, not perfect, but right enough for me. Oh, I used to think the right time had to knock and say its name, with a bright sign in the doorway and a reason I could frame. But maybe it comes quietly in a minute, nearly missed, in a red light that saves you from the hurry in your chest. A message came at lunchtime from someone I hadn't seen, just when the room felt colder than I wanted it to be. He wrote, I hope you're doing alright. No speech, no grand design, but the words landed softly at exactly the right time. Good timing, not a clock that had to shine, just the small things arriving in a kind of line. Good timing, like the day knew where I'd be. Not early, not perfect, but right enough for me. Oh, maybe being late is sometimes just a long way to the good. Maybe waiting has a window I have never understood. Maybe life can place a kindness where I nearly lose my way, like a song from someone's radio finding me midday. Good timing, and I won't explain it then. I'll let the little almost turn to where I'm supposed to begin. The rain stopped before evening, the streets smell clean and new, and the train I missed this morning brought me closer back to you. So I'll keep a little patience for the plans that slip or bend. Some things arrive better when they don't arrive when I intend.
I carried too much in my pockets before the day had even started. A list of little worries, folded small but heavy-hearted. I thought the door would stick, I thought my words would come out wrong, I thought the room would notice every place I didn't feel strong. But it went better than expected, not perfect, not a parade, just a little less difficult than the story fear had made. It went better than expected, like a knot coming loose, like the day looked at my worries and quietly refused. First call didn't swallow me, I found my voice by the second line. Silence I had dreaded turned out gentle on the other side. Someone smiled at my answer like it landed clear enough, and the thing I kept avoiding wasn't made of stone after all. But it went better than expected, not perfect, not a parade, just a little less difficult than the story fear had made. It went better than expected, like a knot coming loose, like the day looked at my worries and quietly refused. I had rehearsed disaster with a pencil in my hand, drawing exits in the margins of a map I didn't understand. But the hallway wasn't colder, the questions weren't unkind, and the breath I thought would leave me stayed beside me the whole time. By noon the sky had softened into ordinary blue, and my coffee tasted warmer than I had given it credit to. The train came when I needed. The rain held back a while, and I caught my own reflection, wearing half a real smile. But it went better than expected, not perfect, not a parade, just a little less difficult than the story fear had made. It went better than expected, like a knot coming loose, like the day looked at my worries and quietly refused. Maybe fear is only louder, not always more correct. Maybe doors look heavier from the side we haven't checked. Maybe I can give tomorrow a smaller storm to hold, leave some room for easy things to happen on their own. It went better than expected, and I'm letting that be true. I won't shrink it into luck or explain the light from view. The evening didn't sparkle, but it settled clean and slow, like a room after company, when the windows start to glow. So I'll place this little proof where my doubtful heart can see. Sometimes the day is kinder than I thought it had to be. The morning didn't explain itself, it just arrived in softer shoes. A little gold on the windowsill, a quieter shade of blue. I had no reason ready, no proof I could recite, but the room felt less like waiting and more like being inside. Something about the day felt right, not bright enough to name, not perfect in the corners, not different in a dramatic way. Something about today felt right, like a key turn without sound, like the day had found its balance and let me stand my ground. The coffee was a little weak, the street was still half gray, but the breeze through someone's laundry made the morning feel okay. A woman laughed into her phone near the flower shop door. I don't know why it helped me, but I carried it for more. Something about today felt right, not bright enough to name, not perfect in the corners, not different in a dramatic way. Something about today felt right, like a key turn without sound, like the day had found its balance and let me stand my ground. I didn't need a reason to trust the lighter air. Some feelings don't bring papers, they just pull up a chair. Maybe good can be unspoken, maybe peace can come untied. Maybe the heart knows something before the mind decides. At noon the sky stayed ordinary, no postcard kind of blue, but a small warm patch of sunlight found the table where I moved. I answered one old message I had left too long alone, and the world didn't ask for perfect, it just let me come back home. Something about today felt right, not bright enough to name, not perfect in the corners, not different in a dramatic way. Something about today felt right, like a key turn without sound, like the day had found its balance and let me stand my ground. Maybe it was the timing, maybe it was nothing new, maybe I was simply softer and the day came softly too. Maybe right is not a lightning, maybe it is this instead, a quiet yes beneath the hours, a little room inside my chest. Something about today felt right, and I won't argue it away. I won't turn it into almost or ask it why it came. The evening folded gently around the windows and the light, no reason I could point to, but something about today felt right. So I'll keep the simple feeling, let it rest without a name. Some days don't need explaining to be worth keeping just the same. I left the heavy shoes by the doorway, let the morning come in slow. Didn't raise the kettle singing, didn't ask the clock to go. There were things I could have carried just to prove that I was strong, but today I let them wait there where they'd waited all along. I let it be easy today, not careless, not gone, just a softer way of moving through the hours one by one. I let it be easy today, like a chair pulled into light, like a breath I didn't borrow from tomorrow or last night. I answered only what needed answering, left the rest without a fight. Made the bed a little crooked and still called the room alright. I took the street with fewer crossings, bought the bread I always choose, let a song play to the ending while I slowly tied my shoes. I let it be easy today, not careless, not gone, just a softer way of moving through the hours one by one. I let it be easy today, like a chair pulled into light, like a breath I didn't borrow from tomorrow or last night. I used to turn each morning into something I must earn, a list of little battles, a lesson I should learn. But maybe peace is practical, maybe kindness has a plan, maybe rest can be a doorway, not a place where efforts end. So I didn't make the phone call I could feel would take too much. I wrote one honest sentence and let that be enough. I watched the laundry turning like a small impatient moon, and the afternoon sat with me without asking me to bloom. I let it be easy today, not careless, not gone, just a softer way of moving through the hours one by one. I let it be easy today, like a chair pulled into light, like a breath I didn't borrow from tomorrow or last night. Maybe easy is not empty, maybe it is wisely light, choosing where to place my hands and what to leave outside. Maybe gentle is a muscle I forgot that I could use, so I practiced with the quiet, with the errands I could choose. I let it be easy today, and the world did not fall through. The sky kept being open in its ordinary blue. The evening came unhurried with the dishes still undone, but my shoulders felt less guarded than they had beneath the sun. So I'll keep this softer lesson for the days that ask too much. I can move without the pushing, I can care without the rush. Today was not a victory in the way I used to mean, but I let it be easy today, and easy carried me.
I was ready to call it heavy before the evening even came. The morning lost my patience, and the afternoon did the same. The coffee turned cold twice, the rain got through my shoes, and I carried every small thing like it had something to prove. But there was something good after all, not shining from the sky, just a quiet little lantern I nearly walked right by. There was something good after all, in the middle of the gray. The day was not so empty when I looked another way. stranger held the elevator when my hands were full of bags. The corner shop had peaches in a crooked paper stack. I heard a kid laugh at nothing, like nothing was enough, and it softened up the sidewalk where the day had felt so rough. There was something good after all, not shining from the sky, just a quiet little lantern. I nearly walked right by. There was something good after all, in the middle of the gray. The day was not so empty when I looked another way. Whoa, I had been keeping score too early, writing endings before dusk, letting one bad hour take the whole day into custody. But the bread was warm at dinner, and the lamp came on just right, and a message from an old friend found me sitting in the quiet. No grand repair arrived, no sudden turning point, just a softer kind of proof in an ordinary voice. I walked home past wet windows, and the city looked less hard. There was gold in every puddle from a tired traffic light. There was something good after all, not shining from the sky, just a quiet little lantern. I nearly walked right by. There was something good after all, in the middle of the gray. The day was not so empty when I looked another way. Whoa, maybe good doesn't always enter at the moment we would choose. Maybe it waits in the corner with untied patient shoes. Maybe I don't need to crown it or explain why it stayed small. A little good is still good, a little light is still a call. There was something good after all, and I won't turn it thin. I'll let the day be uneven and still let kindness in. The night came down slowly with no promise, no parade, but I found one warm thing waiting in the shape the hours made. So I won't say it was wasted, I won't close it like a wall. The day had its trouble, but there was something good after all.